Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to what will be our second map of this elimination game. Obviously, we saw what was an impressive performance in the end from 3D Max, winning the first map 16-1. And while we're waiting if there's going to be some sort of return coming in from side of Tempo Storm, because so far, well, they've been very underwhelming. I can't say there was any sort of performance from any of the players. It was just poor. And to be honest, some of the time that can actually help you. I know that's sort of like, what? How can a poor performance help you? But at least when you get decimated like that, you can just write it off. Just go, yeah, we got 16-1. They were the better team. We lost. Let's move on and just say that that was our bad map. And that was their choice. Now we move on to our choice of Mirage. We've already beat them on this map. So, hey. No real problems, right? No real problems. They win this map, they move on to the next, and then it becomes a decider. So that's all it really has to matter about at this point. Either way, we are going to be going into our knife round. Mirage, I don't think it matters too much. I don't think either of these teams are going to be too worried about what side they start on. I would quite like to see Tempo Storm start on the CT side, because although on the previous map the T side from 3D Max was incredible, I think on this map the CT side is where they're much stronger. Hopefully they fix some of the problems they've already had throughout this tournament, which mainly was the B site. Like RPK on B just doesn't seem to be working. Personally, I would have just made a change and moved him. Like, it's not always the best case scenario, just moving a player away, but if it's going that badly, just change something. Don't just keep trying the same thing again and again. Either way, well, it's looking like Tempo Storm are going to get the choice. It just depends how long Happy really wants to run this one for. And we'll eventually Jinx will shut him down. So, yeah, 3D Max, they will have the choice. Going to opt to stay over on the CT side. So we get to see what the T side has to offer. Obviously, I will say that Happy was excellent on the T side when we saw them previously on Mirage. Not so much against Fours. I think Fours definitely just a bad day at the office, or just the fact that maybe 3D Max didn't play too well on the first game, because we've seen, like, I think up until the point where they beat 3D Max, they hadn't won a game since May. Now, obviously, they'd switched a few different players, and there were definite differences in the team since then. Obviously, 2 players, but at the same time, you kind of have to look at it and go, you should have beaten Fours. Like, even the accolades of just individual players should be enough to beat a team that hasn't really achieved anything. I think their best placing was at BetNet. Either way, we're going to have the pistol round underway. We got David P given, well, pretty much the ultimate setup for this pistol round, but he may not even be needed. We've already seen 2 quick kills coming in for the CT side. Lucky and Maka finding those opening picks. HS will be able to survive a little bit, and actually, they've managed to get themselves over towards this A site. Doorman at the top of mid as well. So RPK has actually been spotted. Does a lot of damage. It's still possible for the T side. They really need to clear out the remaining players. Another one for HS. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3. And well, if RPK can get this kill there, it's a decent chance. But David P finds it instead. Jax taking the fight versus Innocent and loses it. And it is going to be boys from Penta try and hold this one off. Spam away, can't quite achieve anything as the push comes back in from Maka. There isn't a kit available to them at the moment. They need to get on that bomb, and they need to get on it fast. And, well, they're just trying to bait in the remaining player, but it looks like Innocent has already done enough. It is just going to be Maka trying to fall back and hold on to what he's got, keep that Kevlar into the next round. And while fact is, it is going to be Tempo Storm winning themselves the pistol. A close one at that, especially considering CT side had the two-man advantage. But either way, 1-0. Tempo Storm off to a good start. Already getting as many rounds as they did in the previous map, which is something scary. There we go, though. CT side have forced in. I'm a big fan of the double scout. The tags definitely help, and while Maka is already going to find that opening pick, and that's an AK. That is Innocent facing with an AK alone in the apartments. Just not worth the risk in these sort of rounds. You don't want to risk giving an AK away. And while the aggression of Jinx, well, he catches a man with his pants down, but somehow RPK is actually going to get away with that. Back to a 4v4. Bush looking to come in onto the site. As already David P is going to get one with that scout. A second as well, looking like a return may already be on the cards for the CT side as they have a two-man advantage once again, but it dwindles quickly. Bear in mind, Maka still has this AK-47, and look at the HP of the remaining two players. A rotation coming in on the flank as well with Jax. But actually, the bomb's gone the other way. They've switched things up. Happy is at least going to try and earn his team a little bit of money. He's going to plant it for short as well. Fact is, though, can Maka catch him before he actually escapes? Oh, he just misses the timing. That was really lucky. Just gets past the point of where either of the players can actually see him. Now, there's no kit for the CT side. A good chance to actually reposition. Still got a man waiting in the form of HS with that AK-47, but Lucky is just going to be watching the angle. Misses the shot. Now the bomb's going to be ticking away again. I think they're going to lose this round just based off time. Again, the kill comes in. It has to be down to Jax, and yeah. Once again, the clock is the biggest bane of 3D Max's life. It looked like they had that round dead to rights, but a switch up of position from Happy is enough. And they will get themselves second round. They've now beaten Cash. Innocent's ping is 24. The only man with like particularly high ping is Fox. And actually then it's Lucky on the other side, so. Not much invested into this one. David P. Pick up a CZ. Jax still has that AK. A chance to do some damage, and he is definitely a man that can. Aggression will be coming out from Maka as well. Obviously not a whole lot to lose in this round. They're just going to want to try and keep this one as costly as humanly possible. Make sure the T's don't have much cash. Happy. He's going to lose his life. And AK has taken a little bit of damage, but still a chance here. Angle will be checked from HS and quickly returned. David P, in the meantime, has gone all the way through the palace. Now, that's a very valuable spot if they actually do take themselves a site. Lucky, did he actually spot the man? He heard him. Fox trying to cross over and will get dinked up. The fact is, he's not going to know that David P is still in these backlines, and Jax actually has that AK. He could just play distraction. Though the distraction isn't going to last long. Jinx actually finds RPK. These rounds are still a little bit scary. That's going to be a free kill now. Another AK picked up. David P still has Kevlar behind it. He has spotted out HS. Actually, with both players being in the connector, he can just try and bait them in. Not going to work out. Jinx now left into the 1 versus 1. Knowing the Innocent is just around that corner again, is going to try tapping out the bomb and just baiting Innocent in to take the fight. It may be the third time that the bomb actually wins the round for this T side. This is absolutely unbelievable. Is he going to manage to take down the final player? Innocent will. And this is going to be 3-0, but that is, look, 3 rounds in a row where it comes down to just one player surviving. Very, very close for Tempo Storm. Now, well, buying into this one, I almost want to say this is as even as it gets. Both teams will be left with nothing into the next round. You are going to see this all battle fairly early on. Now, the fact that Fox is having to go glass cannon here really says it all. They don't even have that much utility. They're the team that's won 3 rounds in a row, and they're the ones with the worst buy. Crazy. It's going to be a fast push. Straight in towards the site. CT side don't have a kit, but they're still looking like they're going to play the retake. Innocent will find the opener. It's quick trades back, but Innocent doubles down. Remaining CT players this time looking like they're somewhat out of this round. The fact is the close scenarios have left Tempo Storm close to being reset, but the fact is if 3D Max don't win a round, then the reset will never come. Talk about stating the obvious, but still. All the 3D Max can really do here is save. That's a much better round. T's picking up the pace, trading effectively. Innocent with a couple of kills, and yeah, he's already done better than he did in the previous map, which it sort of shows how poorly that one went, and it does look like they have written off that loss. Both players will be able to save on the CT side, but the fact is, I don't think this is worth a force buy. Going into the next round, they can get whatever they desire. They can get the AWP. A little bit of investment here, but they've got the max loss bonus anyway, so not too much of a problem. David P actually going to go for a scout. But with 3,400, he'll still have plenty to buy. Let's see what they can do. David P waiting with the scout. Doesn't actually manage to connect the shot. Maka, however, will with the deagle. So again, it's not going to be a clean round. Nade do a little bit of damage, and Jinx is actually there on the cross. He has himself a rifle as well. The T's, I think that's actually smart. Don't try and run into the blender. They've realized there's multiple players here. Fall back and take control of the round once again. The problem is, though, still 2 rifles and 2 players very low on the side of the T's. Okay, granted, David P is low as well, but he's playing with a scout. Happy, though. His position is going to be more than valuable. He's managed to sneak very far forward, but even here, the rotation going into CT. And actually here, the fact that there's a player going straight through on towards that ramp. David P will manage to find one and actually gets a second with the scout. This may still be possible. Jax is so well placed. Will they actually spot him out? Yes, he's going to spot Happy, and that's going to leave it all onto Innocent. 11 HP is looking like this force buy, or this small investment off the save weapons, may actually be enough. And the T side, well, they've got some money to buy back into the next round. But this is where it comes down to, and, well, I can't really say that it didn't look like that was coming. I can't. Either way, Tempo Storm, they are going to have themselves a buy into this one. They've got themselves the lead for now, but they don't want to be on that hard reset. Maka, though, already going to pick things up. The AK will be picked up as well, so only really a deagle lost, in all honesty. RPK is going to try and take the fight. Can't quite manage it, although actually, sorry, he does. 2 kills. Stepping up big in this round. He's given them a chance here. They need the tank to do a little bit more. Got Innocent alongside him, who's got off to a flying start. David P, however, he's just waiting for the plant, but Innocent baits him. Nice kill, and an important one at that. Turns it into this 2v2. Definitely not impossible. Jack's already up on short, but the smoke is going to allow some presence further forward. Is the rifle going to be spotted? There's a little pixel of it there. Actually, Innocent wide peaks. Another kill for him in this round. This 2 versus 4 has quickly swung into the favor of the T side, and Jax is left alone. That 1 round win may end up biting them as RPK's waiting on the angle, and it is going to be Tempo Storm to bounce back. That's a much better round from Tempo. One that they shouldn't have won, but one that they will. And now the T side once again are going to be left with a dwindled buy. T side this time actually looking to try and make a little bit of money. Mac are left with very little. He will just save some cash to try and get the AWP in the future. Instead, it's going to be in the hands of Jax. The rest of the team fully committed to this round. Well, they've left Jinx alone with the Deagle over on that B side. That's where the weakness currently holds. So the aggression pays off. Fox is going to be going down, looking for a trade, and actually it will be found. Obviously, Maka was the man with not much to play with at all, and Jax is actually doing work with that AWP, but not for long. Lucky now left as the sole defender of this site. We'll take some control over towards the ramp. They expect it to be there. Yes, RPK. Willie's going to check it and find the kill. Now the question is if this is worth going for the CT side. Jinx and David P. Left with not too much. Smoke will hold them back, and, well, we've already said how much of a problem the time has been. I don't think they have anything into this round. Still an AWP that's possible to be retrieved. I wonder if Jinx is going to try and get that one just as the bomb goes off. In fact, Happy's stolen it. There will be a rifle to be had. David P's actually going to lose his instead, so cost not quite paying off. Mac 10 for Jinx. I'm wondering if he's going to go back and look for something a little bit more. Does find a FAMAS. Slight upgrade, but not anything too crazy. 6-1, Tempo Storm now firmly in the driver's seat after the reset, and what looked like a fairly sketchy beginning to the half. It's actually come out in quite a good stead for them. Jinx now the only person with anything into this round. Well, though Fox been quiet so far, the scoreline means it doesn't really matter. We've seen Innocent step up massively. HS and RPK even up there, who, yeah, RPK over the last couple of days has definitely had his problems. Especially on the CT side of this map, so we'll see if that has changed, but, well, they do just continue to string rounds together on the T side. It may not matter. Much slower paced round from them. Going to be slowly gathering up. There is still a couple of players over towards the other side of the map. Obviously, HS only with a Mac 10. Doesn't have a huge amount to lose. Now the remaining players are just getting ready to push in towards the side. David P with his trusty Zeus. Actually, there's going to be a bit of a rotation coming in. They're slowly wiping down the players that are left on this site. Maka with the Deeg, and will be handed a kill. And actually an AK-47 into his hands. HS is going to come running, and, well, the Mac 10 will finish him before anything else can be done. David P catches Innocent with a Zeus. Always going to be a little bit tilting. Doesn't give him any cash, but does hand him an AK-47, which this time he is just going to look to try and save. Was his teammate lucky? Hasn't found anything just yet. Like he's about to bump into Fox. Not going to be missing that shot anytime soon. David P now left alone to try and save. I don't think we'll see Fox push too much further here in the T's. Although they did win the last couple of rounds, they haven't won them cleanly. So they are going to want to keep at least 3 players alive. And, well, that's how many they have. So we can pretty much doubt that we're going to see much of a hunt here. Either way, 7th round already on the T side. Much, much better start. And, well, looks like Tempo Storm are trying to do the 16-1 reversal. Here we go, though. Finally a buyback for the CT side. Gonna find anything through the smoke. RPK leading the charge here. Playing the entry fragger role, and it has been going fairly well from him here. A couple of players also looking to try and split in. David P does manage that first kill, but it's very quickly traded, and actually player on the site gonna be going down. David P hoping for a miracle through that smoke, and while they're hoping for a miracle in this round, already a 4 versus 3 retake. Backer. Managed to find one back in. David P does actually have a kit this time. Jinx looking to fall from behind. Fox on the site, maybe a little bit unaware of his presence, but the missed shot from Jinx, that's it. They have to just fall out of the round again. They don't have the time for this retake, and Maka actually tries to take the fight there versus HS. No real value for him, and actually a second player as well. HS is going to be handed a triple kill, and now David P, the only one left attempting to survive. CT side almost at max loss bonus once again. But yeah, what seemed like a very unnecessary face. Eight to 1. What a turnaround. Just moments ago we saw Tempo Storm lose 16-1 on Cash. Now they sit 8-1 up on their map choice as well, looking like domination from either side. The question is, can 3D Max stop the train? Stop the storm? No. Already, Maka is down. Fox finding himself the opener. If he builds into this game as well, this is over. Because the fact is, at the moment, him and Happy, the two players who really did perform yesterday and the day before, are very quiet, and it's the rest of the team stepping up. If they step up as well, this is over. Like, there's very little that 3D Max can do. Happy find himself a kill here. The AKO David P achieves absolutely nothing, and the remaining two players are on the wrong side of the map once again. Fact is this just going to be the bomb ending the round? No real fight. Has to be said, the last few haven't looked very competitive. Jinx will at least be able to find himself an AK, but RPK quickly makes sure that he's not going to be able to hold on to that for long. Lucky will do the same. It always seems to be like at least a couple of players dying for Tempo Storm. So they're not got ludicrous cash, but definitely enough that they're not going to have trouble for a while. Lucky actually doing a fair bit of damage, but eventually will fall. Not that it really matters for them, as they do now have max loss bonus, and other than the fact that he's not going to have an AK, will have to settle for an M4. Not that bad a position. David P will pick up what is likely to be the secondary AWP. Actually, Maka's going to drop off it. That is quite surprising. It could just be based off spawn. David P definitely with the strongest spawn in this scenario. Actually, I'm going to go for an aggressive peek in towards the palace. There's absolutely no one there. Well, at least for now. Oh, Innocent. Could be looking to take the face. Almost gets rid of David P very early in this round. In fact, he will have to fall back. David P's not done with his aggression. He's going to go for a face, and well, Fox is not so forgiving. Already the man advantage in the hands of Tempo Storm. Starting to wonder if these two teams have a sort of pact to allow it to go to Inferno. All of the best series do end on Inferno. That's pretty much a fact. Back up. Managed to find himself one, but it's RPK, the tank, back in action. Been firing on all cylinders so far in this map. 11 and 7. Jax, though, will be able to find one back in return, but the tank is still going strong. He's mounted his cannon. He's got the track refitted. Well, once again, 3D Max. I feel like about 50% of this game has just been watching 3D Max save weapons. Yeah, it is a pretty good thing that Storm rhymes with Storm, isn't it? Oh, once again. 3 players surviving for the T side. Money continues to build. And yeah, 3D Max just saving weapons. This time it's a little bit more warranted, as they can actually buy into this round based off of it. Although, by the looks of it, David P's already opting for the save. There we go. We are going to see some weapons juggled. There we go. Once again. I will be coming in. This time it looks like Lucky's going to be the one taking the AWP. It just seems to be being juggled to different players to see what they can do. Lucky did have some good moments in the map where we saw them play previously. Versus Namiga. Had a strong performance. However, so far today, or so far in the second map, I should say, not today, there has been nothing to really write home about. Only really exit frags. One round they won was one where they actually had a pretty weak buy and just managed to steal it away. Here we go. CT side looking for a bit of aggression. Fox gets spotted. Will be taken down. RPK is pushing him with a bomb. Can't say I agree with that decision. Person manning the tank has made a little bit of a blunder there, as now the bomb's going to be under CT control. Definitely not going to be the easiest to retrieve. David P. Actually still looking to aggress, and he's going to be caught. No doubt about that. Maka tries to face away, and somehow that's almost like a no-look kill. That's style points. Not quite as good as the 360 we saw from Happy to get a kill in the first time they played, but Happy now the only one left alive. Trying to save the AWP. Do have money to buy into the next round anyway. Maka, he smells it. He knows what he wants. He wants that AWP, and ooh. Oh, that is painful. After the round, Happy dies, so he's not going to keep the AWP and he's not going to get any money. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. Finally, we get to see a full buy onto either side once more. 10 and 2. Still possible if they can get it back to 5. Seen some stellar T-sides already today. A 14-1 in the first map. So realistically, if they can do that again, they've already got enough rounds. But I think 3D Max are going to want to give themselves a little bit more to play with. Side looking to just challenge Jinx. Couple of players pushing over towards B. HS trying to take the vision away so the Fox can set things up. Rotation already coming back, and actually Jax, he's on a hot flank here. The question is, will they have lost the sight beforehand? No, it looks like Jinx is doing a good job of at least slowing things down, staying alive, just wasting as much time as possible and saying, look, could you get a move on? Can you run a little bit faster? I need some help. And although his teammate will die, they do trade things back, and effectively at that, only RPK left to try and hold on to this one. He has been good in this map, but not quite good enough here. 10 and 3, 3D Max get a third round on the board and a second round in a row. Now, money's starting to take a little bit of a hit. Now we're going to see this aggression into middle once again. A nice double from Jinx. HS did find the first kill, and actually that was the only man on the B side dead. In the meantime, his teammates pushing towards A. And lucky, well, he is to be alive. Can try and push back in. Deagle not going to be enough. Innocent waiting patiently, but he will fall as well. And now HS, the man who kicked things off with the opener onto the man on the B site, has 4 players left to find. Fact is, money now not going to be too great for Tempo Storm going into the next. Jinx is going to catch him. It seems like 3D Max are finally starting to rise to the occasion. Show a bit of the form we saw in the previous map. The question is it too little too late? Even with a 10-5, half a pistol win can do enough. David P. Is he going to use it? Is he going to use it? Come on, Papa P. Let's see that auto sniper. Oh, go on. You know you want to. Yep, juggle it all the way. Dirty boy. Oh, wait, what was that? Scout just wrecked Maka in the window. Too busy watching the juggling. Eke out though, and while trades back, David P. There is the dirty boy. Happy with the dirty Deeg instead. And looking for more. Goodbye, Lucky. It is going to be all on to Jinx. 1 versus 3 and looking like an 11-4 is on the board. Unless he can pull off the clutch. Does manage himself the first. He's going to be rotating it in. It is the boys in blue who remain. Will be going down. Jinx does have himself a kit. Still an opportunity here for him to bring this one back. It would be a nice little bonus for 3D Max if they can get this round on the board. 3D Max. Jinx is in a little bit of trouble here. Both players just going to be playing together. Needs to try and find a quick kill, and he does just that. Does he know RPK is still over towards the back? He does, and he's just going to try faking out the defusal. Goes over the top, and RPK's pushing in. Jinx so close. But RPK will be there to save them once again. A great half from him. 15 and 10 as he tops the board. And it is going to be 11-4 in favor of Tempo Storm as they go into the second half on their matchups. we go, though. A crucial pistol round. Max. I was going to say, if they can win this pistol, they have a chance, but Fox does not like that idea. 2 quick kills at the top and middle. Push going to be coming in the meantime, and it's not going too well, although actually, T's have managed to bring this back. HS will end another's life, and they've got the bomb on the site. It's left all onto Jax. Go on a long rotation. Try and catch somebody off guard. Fact is, they're just going to be waiting on the bomb. Jack's going to have to do something pretty damn impressive here. Maybe if he gets a bit of a timing shot on HS, but they've started to realize that could have gone all the way around. Actually, he does manage to get the kill. Only 28 seconds left on the clock and 28 HP, in fact. We'll just go and retrieve it. He doesn't know where the final player is. That's the problem. And well, he's got it a little bit wrong, but actually Happy misses the shot. It's going to tag him through the box. 42 HP. It's close, but not quite enough. Can Jax close it out? 6 HP now for him. Pretty much needs to hit the headshot or hope that Happy misses. Going to be baiting out the diffuser. In fact, he's just sticking it. This is definitely a ballsy one from Happy, and he is just going to be taken off the bomb. What a shot from Jax, though. 1 bullet is all he needs, and 3D Max. I didn't expect them to win that one, but that was a nutty little shot from Jax. Hasty way. End that. Either way, we are going to see the Force buy back in. 3D Max given that lifeline. Fox is actually going to kick things off again, just like he did in the previous pistol run. He even gets out of there. I thought he got the gun. He didn't. And actually will die. 1-for-1 trade, though. These sort of rounds, not too bad. The real problem, though, is Happy is the only defender of this B site. So the T's go pushing. Going to be all reliant on Happy. Looking like the T's are eventually just going to gather up towards this site. CT side still pretty dedicated over towards the other side of the map. The 3D Max still taking their time. Going to be waiting patiently. The nade dunking right onto him. The incendiary pushing him out, but he still manages to get a kill. And a second as well from Happy. Finally, he'll be put down, but now the rotation can come in from the remaining players. Bomb yet to be planted. Maka has to be careful not to get caught off as he goes facing with the bomb. We'll be able to get it planted. Not going to be hitting the shots. Eventually finds the kill. They line up for Lucky, but he isn't lucky enough. Oh, Innocent with the chance, and he will take it. 12-5 as the bounce back comes in. Tempo Storm now right back into that driver's seat once more. And, well, for 3D Max, I kind of want them to save here. I'm actually going to go for the Force. They do manage to get themselves a couple of AKs. It's not the worst case. They could actually drop a third. Lucky could hand one over to Jinx, but instead, he's just going to stick with a CZ. Not everybody is selfless as David P. Question is, can they break back, or is this now going to be the reset? Fox, aggressive peak, but again, just traded out within the first few seconds of the round. Actually, without that AWP, the spy doesn't look so impressive anymore. T's get themselves a second kill, and Jinx now has that AWP in hand. Not much of a defense, but Innocent is here. He has been good so far. Spots out Maka, but can't quite connect the shots. Obviously, David P left with only a deagle. He is going to be leading the way. Somewhat as cannon fodder, but also as the man who's actually holding the bomb. Innocent still trying to find something. Actually finds his teammate a little bit there. Well, that gets the second as well. He's done enough by the looks of things. Jinx now having to try and clutch this out, and he can't do it. Innocent with the triple. 13 and 5. Now the T's, well, this is where the struggle really begins. Money just not there for them anymore. Can't really afford to invest into this one. There's no opportunity to drop an AK, and are they actually going to go for this? Wow, this really is just balls to the wall. Everything in. $13 to 5. If they lose this one, surely then they have to save. And at that point, you're playing for map point. It seems like maybe any composure we had from 3D Max is gone. Still not a lot of money for Tempo Storm, so there's that argument that if they do get back in, would be a better opportunity for them, but still so much to try and do in this round with only the pistols. HS though has, well, I thought he had been spotted, never mind. Sneaky beaky hiding. Innocent's already going to find a second, and it seems like this is going from bad to worse, as Lucky is now all that is left, and they know exactly where he is. Fox just homed in on the angle. 14 and 5, not really even breaking a sweat there for the CT side. And well, now I just have to ask the question, of 3D Max just going to go in all again? Seems like they've denied themselves a chance at a proper buy in this second half. Once more, the CZ army trying to fight this back. RPK will be the lone defender of the site itself, although he does have a little bit of support from short. French comrade. And while they're going to need it, it's going to be the push straight in towards the site. RPK left in the corner. Can't see a thing. Somehow survives a little bit longer than expected, and Happy is still roaming around. Fox manages to find himself a kill, and Happy just sneaking into the back lines. Just going to find out some information. Gets himself a first. Know that Jax is around the angle. Fox, in the meantime, finds himself a second, and it is left all onto one. Maka to try and save this. A nice couple of shots, but Fox will put him down, as it is going to be 15 and 5. At least we will see one buy around him from 3D Max, as the bomb plant does allow them enough for the AK-47s, but will not allow them enough to actually get any utility. Third map seeming inevitable. Trying to find the opener onto Fox. Only does a little bit of damage, and they have taken fast mid-control this time. Fox actually goes back for more. An audacious peek, but a successful one. He's definitely turned things around in the second half. From bottom of the board to right in the thick of it. Jinx, well, is at least going to find something sneaking through that smoke, but it does not last long at all. David P to try and clutch things back, or we are heading off to Inferno. And David P, can't say I'm a believer at this time. Fox will close things out. Ends actually 15 and 13, a respectable score. And either way, that is it for map number 2. Join us for Inferno for the decider to see who will go through and who will be eliminated.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.